Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. It has been all over the media as of this morning that the Queen will possibly never return to frontline duties, her former frontline duties, due to the pandemic and due to the fact that there may never be a solution found. This is really quite alarming and I guess it's devastating, and this actually led me to create this video. The royal family really is in a difficult position right now. We have a lot of the main figureheads, the Queen, the Duke of Edinburgh, who is Philip, and we have Prince Charles and Camilla, who are in that vulnerable category. We know that they are vulnerable. We know they're in that age bracket that is the most likely to be affected by what is going on right now. We have these four figureheads who are essentially, until everything's sorted out, until a real solution is found, they are out of action. They can't fulfill their work. Now, it is well documented the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh, between them, hold over 1,000 patronages, which they carry out various formal functions for. They will attend these patronages, they will bring publicity to these patronages, they will drive up revenue for these patronages, donations to these patronages. William and Kate also have their own patronages that they take care of. And strangely enough, Meghan and Harry, despite their split from senior royal life, despite the fact that they will no longer be residing on UK soil full time, have maintained their patronages as well, even though I think it's pretty unfair of them to maintain these patronages and also maintain their formal titles as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, because we know that they will not really be living here. They are desperate to be in Hollywood. They are desperate to be famous A-listers. That's what they're doing. They're aligning themselves currently in Hollywood. Specifically, they are aligning themselves with Black Hollywood, it would seem. They're living in one of Tyler Perry's unused mansions. A lot of people have left comments about the mansion saying that it is not to their taste, very garish. It's a property that he was trying to sell anyway. This is what I've been reading online, and I do believe that to be true, because I did see an extremely beautiful property, another property that Tyler Perry owns, and it looked a lot more grand and a lot more lavish than the one that he's loaned out to Meghan and Harry. But I guess we will see in due time, in due course, whether that is the case. But beside that, what I really was thinking is that deep down, Meghan and Harry must have caused a lot of resentment amongst the other senior royals, because they essentially have ditched them at a time when they were needed the most. We have Kate now stepping up. We have Prince William stepping up. He now is a new patron to the National Emergency Trust. And we have the Queen and Prince Philip, who came out of hiding and actually gave that lovely statement thanking the national health workers and thanking the frontline key workers who have pretty much kept us going. I know that we would all really be struggling if Amazon stopped delivering right now. We have been having to do all of this work, and we know now that this is going to be a way of life for all of us for some time and for the foreseeable future, until some kind of resolution is put together by our governments globally. Meghan and Harry have left us. Pretty much, they've abandoned us, and I feel abandoned. And I think that this has probably made the Queen very angry, because if Meghan and Harry would have resumed their post and would have stayed here and weathered the storm for a little bit longer, despite the discussions that they had in January to leave, the Queen could service her patronages a lot easier with having 2 extra hands to lighten the load. She doesn't have that. She has 1,000 organisations that desperately need her, and she can't do the job herself. Charles can't do the job. Camilla can't do the job. These people have a lot of organisations that rely on them for publicity, rely on them for those visits to drive up revenue, to drive up funding. Essentially, they are working. It is not viewed as a difficult job. And I guess once you get on with the job and you get into the swing of a job, it's like any job. It gets easier and easier and easier. There is no physical work involved. They are not in charge of people's lives to the point whereby they control an ICU unit, but they do have an impact on people's lives if they do not ensure that these organizations that desperately need recognition, publicity, a brand identity and association with the royal family don't get that exposure. A lot of people are talking about this, and there was someone who left an interesting comment on an article that I was reading this morning, and they basically shared the way in which the Queen has been extremely dutiful. She has served the crown and country for 68 years now, and this is the longest hiatus she's ever had from her royal duties and serving her patronages. So I do think that she's devastated and heartbroken, and I do believe that she's a woman of great fortitude. She is a fire sign, she's an Aries, she's born in April, and they are extremely dutiful people. They are also can be hard-headed people. They are the sign of the ram, and someone actually said that they think that she could possibly risk herself as a sacrifice to her country, or possibly put herself in danger in order to serve the country. And I think that this is a real possibility, and I definitely think that this could have been avoided if Meghan and Harry actually stayed here and fulfilled their role. But unfortunately, they didn't. I jotted down their comment because I thought it was really interesting. It summarised exactly what I'm trying to say. The Queen has always served the country. She has been one of the longest reigning monarchs, and I really do truly believe that she will go as far to put herself on the front line in order to serve her patronages, serve the people, and serve the country if that's what it takes. They don't make people like her anymore. She is as tough as old boots. And I definitely couldn't agree with this person more. Someone else also said that they felt that Meghan and Harry had betrayed us, that they had essentially committed treason against Queen and country. I don't like to use such extreme words in my videos, but it's true. It does feel like a betrayal. It does feel like an abandonment. And a lot of people don't understand that the British taxpayer does have an intrinsically deep relationship with the royal monarchy because we pay for them, we're financially tied in. They are a significant key figurehead of our country. They do summarise what it is to be British and what it is to be born on British soil. So it's very hard for us to emotionally detach ourselves from what it is they're doing and what it is they're not doing. Someone else also said, fair enough for the Queen to remain shielded for now, but no need for the younger royals to stay hidden away. They should be told to return to London this week and continue with their taxpayer-funded duties. If it's safe enough for us to start getting back out there, it is safe enough for them too. It's really open for debate, and it really is up for discussion. We know that we now have a few more freedoms to do a few more things. And a lot of people, and I think that this comment was actually directed at Meghan and Harry, but they're not here. I definitely think we will see Prince William taking a proactive role. We know that during the beginning of the pandemic, he said that he would love to get back in the air ambulance and actually assist escorting people to and from their homes to the hospitals and back if is needed. But we know that he had to give up this role in order to become a senior royal. So he obviously hasn't been able to do that. And thank God it hasn't come to that, because he really is the future. Their children are the future. George, Louis, and Charlotte are the future of the monarchy. They are the new faces. So we don't need to lose them, because we know if we do lose them, unfortunately, it by default goes to you know who, and no one really wants that. They haven't proven themselves worthy at all within the last 3 years, and I think they least of all want it either. So I do think that the Queen deep down is brokenhearted and very furious with Harry with the decision that he's made to essentially not be here, not help out, and run away from his birth responsibilities, from his duties, which he should be fulfilling right now. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go and I will be back with another video. Bye, guys.